It's 3:59 a.m. The whole world is asleep. Nobody's awake. It hasn't even risen up. Yesterday around this time, I made $2,000 before the fucking sun comes up. Today is episode 2 of the Millionaire trading journey. So I'm gonna take you on that little trading journey there. A little quest. I've always seen like these YouTubers when they wake up at 5 a.m. for the crazy challenge. They always wake up with like some weird kind of tired voice and they're like pretending to be, oh guys, it's 5 a.m. I'm fucking tired. Bro, it's 3:55 and I'm buzzing with energy. Oh, but I have low testosterone. I wake up at 5 a.m. I have to fucking be lazy for a bit. Shut the fuck up, man. Stupid weak YouTuber. See you in a second.
Quick tip, by the way, for the boys, bro. If you have curly hair like me and you wake up and you don't want to have like messy hair, but you also don't want to go through like your entire 7-hour morning routine, your hair is probably water activated, especially if you don't use shampoo and like these shitty chemicals that fuck up your hair. So literally just hop under the shower and just wash your hair. You don't even need to like hop under the shower to wash your body or anything. If you just want like quick refreshing look to your face, just literally just wash your hair and you can see it looks pretty fucking good. I didn't do anything. All I did was just activate some fucking water. So keep that in mind.
This cut is going phenomenal. Right, so it's 4 a.m. in the morning, 4:28 to be exact, and I'm a bodybuilder, obviously. If you couldn't already fucking tell. So what do? We must activate muscle protein synthesis, and one of my favorite ways to do this is probably like top 3 healthiest foods in the world. My favorite ways to do this: don't waste any time cooking, don't waste any time doing shit. You might ask why it's naked, I'll tell you why in a moment. Grab 3 eggs from the fridge. This is just to spike your muscle protein synthesis. It's not gonna fuck up your brain fog. It's not gonna do anything because there's no carbs. Like there's no carbs in eggs, obviously. So literally just crack the thing, okay, and then in a cup. What the fuck is that? The egg's like frozen into your cup. We've got 3 eggs inside here. I'll show you. We've got 3 eggs. Next thing you want to do is you just grab a fork and then literally just mix it up until you get like a decent consistency. Literally just looks like orange juice. You literally just grab this bitch and fucking empty. Because we're not going to be eating for the next couple of hours actually. So this will keep you not hungry and will activate muscle protein synthesis. But if you think we're done, we are not. The next thing you want to do is have some naked creatine. And you might ask, well, why is your creatine naked? And the unfortunate reality of the world is that simply everything I touch just ends up becoming naked. It just happens. Dry scoop, 5 grams. Have the water bottle that's bigger than my fucking body. This is the most convenient way to take creatine, by the way. First thing in the morning. This morning's been not fun at all. I just broke my fucking water bottle. I picked it up and it was so heavy because I forgot I filled it up yesterday to the max. Look at this. Broken. These are the lights I just put on whenever I do trading work. Let's light ourselves a beautiful, aesthetic, luxurious candle. It's made out of intense rich mahogany, dark oak, and frosted lavender. Let's light this bitch up. I'm going to be teaching you about the basics of what the foreign exchange market is, even the forex, what it is. I'll also be telling you the things I've learned since the last episode, and I'll be showing you around the markets a little bit, and I'll just be talking to you about progress and my thoughts on how everything is going. Let me see you in video mode in a second.
Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night.
Welcome to learning about the basics. First of all, before I even get this started, I want you to let me know your thoughts on this whole series. And even if you're like not a trader at all, let me know how I explain and how I teach and how I can improve. This is a completely different thing. So just let me know your general thoughts on everything and if you like this, if you don't like this, etc. Let's first talk about what the forex market even is, because that's what I will be trading. Forex just stands for foreign exchange. Foreign exchange just means the exchange rate of different currency pairs. Sometimes we have gold and USD. Just basically a currency pair or just a pair. So that is what the foreign exchange is. And when you trade with one currency against another. Let's say with the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. What this price represents over here on the right side is the current market price of $1 US against the Canadian dollar. So basically this means that right now, as of currently, as of the last 15 minutes, $1 is basically 1.36141 Canadian dollar. That's just basically what the foreign exchange market is. Now there's many currency pairs. There's gold against the US dollar. There's Canadian dollar against the British pound. There is the GBP JPY, the Great British pound against the Japanese yen. These are all different currency pairs, right? And this is what you trade with on the forex market. So if one currency pair goes up, like let's say the US dollar goes up, this means the chart will start going up because we're doing the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. And let's say it reaches up here. That means $1 is 1.3660 Canadian. Over like the day market, they look a lot more macro. And even over the month market, like let's say a while back, right now it's 1.36 at the current month. In 2020, it reached almost 1.5, right? So this means the Canadian dollar was doing horrible here compared to the US dollar, because the US dollar was climbing and gaining a lot of power over the Canadian dollar. And then the US dollar started losing power, and we were actually almost like, because I live in Canada, right? We were almost as good as the US dollar in the early 2011, 2012, all these things. Bro, the US dollar was weaker than the Canadian dollar. You can see here 0.94. So $1 is 0.94 Canadian. Canadian used to be stronger. But this is basically just what the forex market represents in general. It's just the power of different currency pairs. You're trading currency pairs and their values. The one I trade is gold. Let us go to gold, my friend. So now that you kind of understand what forex even is, let's talk about the charts themselves. Let's talk about what these little bumps, ups and downs symbolize. So these greens and reds, each and every single one of them are called candlesticks. And if you couldn't tell why they look like candlesticks, well, you would be a fucking monkey idiot. If this thing doesn't look like a candle, then I don't know what does. So they're called candlesticks because they're basically shaped like candles. Let's talk about the anatomy of each candlestick. In each candlestick, let's talk about this red one over here. In each candlestick, there is a body and then there is a wick on each end of it, okay? Let's talk about the wicks first. A wick, whereas there's a bottom wick and a top wick. And the bottom wick just basically represents the lowest price that the candle reached within that given time period. And the given time period right now we're on the 15-minute market. This basically just represents the lowest period, the lowest price we've reached at this point, right, within these 15 minutes. And obviously the top one, if you're intelligent, you'll know that it just reaches the top. If you have 3 IQ, not even if you're intelligent. If the bottom is the lowest, the top is the highest. So this is called the wick, which is, like the wick of the candle. That's why we call it the wick. And this green, the solid part, is called the body, right? This is the body. Now let's talk about green candles or long candles, like up candles, which in my case, there's green, but you can kind of customize what color you want these to be in your trading view settings. There's many like different places to look at charts, but this is like the top one that most people look at. For buy candles, this is the lowest price reached, the highest price reached. This is where price opened within these 15 minutes, and then this is where price closed. Price opened here, price closed here. Very simple stuff. Now with selling candles or down candles, it's the opposite. This is the top, this is still the top where top price it reached, bottom price it reached. But this is where it opened and then this is where it closed, right? Because if the candle was going down, the latest place it has to reach to in the last 15 minutes was somewhere down, right? It can't be the top. So this is where price opened and then this is where price closed. And then here, this is where price opened and then it's closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, opened, closed, opened, closed, opened, closed, right? So you get the point. Now, how do you actually make money with forex, right? Let's hop on to the 30-minute market and let's talk about how someone makes money on this, how people become millionaires just based on forex trading. In each account, every account is a different size. You might have like a fake demo account, which is just not even real money. You might have $100 in your account. You might have 100,000. Now, obviously, the more money you have, the more you can make, which is why scaling accounts is so good and so valuable for you to scale accounts. Because the more money you have, let's say you have $100,000 in an account, 1% of $100,000 is $1,000. You can make $1,000 every trade that you win. That's an okay, that's a good amount of money, right? Let's say you take 3 trades a day, that's $3,000 a day. If you have a 100% win rate, which nobody in the world does. 3K a day is almost 100K a month. It's a good amount of money, bro. So the more money you have in your account, the better you'll make. Now, this is just a viewing chart. This is just an analysis chart. So there's no like money here. You're just looking at the charts now. So how do you make money? Let's say I was to place a trade somewhere within the hour market, and let's say I saw like some sort of uptrend over here. Let's say I were to place a trade somewhere around, yep, here. Okay, I'm gonna show you what that would look like. A long position basically means buy, which means like it goes up, right? But let's say I saw that there was an uptrend around here, and I'm thinking, okay, there may be, you know, the uptrend basically means the price is trending up. So what's more likely to happen for the price to keep going up? It's going to an uptrend, and I see, okay, we have a liquidity zone over here. It's probably, liquidity zones are like deeper, more advanced stuff that we'll talk about later. But I saw a liquidity zone, and the price is probably going to be heading to the liquidity zone. So my analysis says I should probably take a long position, which is like just basically means buy, right? Price just says, or my analysis, my brain just says, I should probably take a buy position here. So I place the trade, and the trade goes down, up, consolidates for a little bit. Consolidates means it doesn't really go down or up. It just kind of like here, for example, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then uptrend, right? So I place the trade, it starts consolidating, and then we see big movements up. And right around here, around the wick of this candle, I take my profit, right? I take my profit, and it's just an automatic thing. This, when you place a take profit, it just automatically takes profit for you. Let's say I place this trade. I place this trade at around here, where price of gold against the US dollar was around 2357.031, and then this thing climbed, right? So I locked in my buy at around this price, and it climbed, and now the value increased, which means I made money, right? It means I made money because I took my profit at where the value increased. So this trade would have been a good trade. It would have been a good trade. I would have made a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio on this trade, which means you basically risk 1% of your account. Almost. Well, let me increase it so it's actually 3. You see the ratio? Yep, ratio over here. So you risk this much basically to make this much, because if the trade went against you, and we'll speak about that now, the trade went against you, you would have actually lost money because you bought it high where the value was high, and then the value actually decreased, right? So that's where you would have lost money. Here, the opposite happens. You go up and then you gain money. You actually make the money because, remember, value, you bought it at a lower value, and then it goes up to 374, which is an increased value. Imagine if I buy an apple, let's say hypothetical, one apple costs $5, and then I wait for a little bit, and then everyone's like, oh, an apple costs $15. We're all monkeys now, we want apples. Well, you just made money because you bought cheap apples, and then you can sell them to monkeys who want them for 15. So you made profit over that. Now, this is a long position. This can be like the exact opposite can happen with a short position. So the short position is just basically the complete opposite of a long position. If you have like $10 apples and you want to sell them, you sell them at you lock them in at the $10 price. Let's say here it's at 2356. You lock it in at that price. And if price goes down, then technically you made money, because let's say I was trying to sell you a $10 apple and I sold it to you when I pressed sell here. I sold it to you, and then you realized, oh wait, apples actually cost $3. He sold it to me for more than it was actually worth. And so he made money. And so this is kind of like what happens here on the markets on shares. Is a bit deeper than this, but this is kind of what happens when you sell. Now let's say I placed this trade, I sold, okay, and I expected, some kind of, this would be a stupid trade to take, by the way, but let's say I sold, and I expected it to go down, right? I expected it for some reason just to go down here. Let's say I expected that. What would have happened is I placed the seller around here. I see red. Oh my god, it's gonna go down. I'm happy. I see green. Oh fuck, it's going up. Okay. Oh, I see red. Oh, I see green. You start panicking. Remember, never panic with trading. Never. You must have stoicism. Okay. Consolidates for a little bit basically, and then it goes up. And once we reach here, we've reached our stop loss. Stop loss is just automatic as well, which means you stop the amount that's being removed from your trading account, because you don't want to blow your account. Because if you don't have a stop loss, which some donkey traders do, this shit might just fucking fly to the moon basically and get your account blown. So this automatically stops you out and removes you out of the trade. You just accept the loss, you accept the defeat, which you should be doing if you want to learn properly. Don't be like an egotistical dickhead and just say, oh no, I'm gonna raise the stop loss because I'm sure it'll go down and I'll make money. And then it doesn't really go down, and then you're losing more. Oh, but I'm sure, no, I'm sure now it'll go down. Oh, but it doesn't really go down, it's still going up. Oh, no, but I'm positive, this trade is I'm sure this trade is gonna go down. I'm a genius trader. I'm a fucking, like, the most intelligent human being in the world. I'm gonna raise my stop loss to the moon. Boom. All of a sudden, you've lost your account. Because it just kept on fucking going up, right? Over here. It reached this point. It just kept on going up. Literally just kept on going up. There's no trade for you, bro. GG, you're gone. So always have a stop loss when it comes to trading. Now, currently, the US economy is like cooked. The US economy is destroyed. It's cooked. And let me actually show you how cooked it is, bro. This is the weak market, which means... Oh, this is one thing I forgot to explain. Each one of these is short to explain, right? You can go in the different markets, basically. Just zooming in by... Let me show you. So you see these numbers here? These numbers represent the minute market you're on. And the minute market basically means how many minutes each one of these candles represent. So on the 1 minute market... right now means, you know, each one of these candles represents one. You see one just closed, right? It just closed right above there. I'll zoom in for you even further, right? One just closed right now and we have a new candle. This is the recent candle. This is basically live time, my time, which is 5:38 a.m. Each one of these candles just represents whatever time frame you're on. On the 5 minute market, you'll see also like on the 1 minute market, stuff is way more minute. Like the price is way more microscopic, smaller. You'll see on the 5 minute market, you know, like price gets a little bit bigger. You know, on the 15 market, price gets a little bit bigger because, you know, there's more variation within 15 minutes. 30 minutes as well, 1 hour. Now, each of these candles basically represents an hour, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 9 hours ago, right? 9 hours ago this happened. 4 hours, each one of these represents 4 hours. And the bigger you go, the more the candles vary because, you know, price can change a lot within the day. Remember in the minute we were looking at, like, the price was changing by 4. It was like 2442 and then 2338. It's just 4. Here the price varies a lot more. It's within the day. Now within the week, price varies even more. And then within the month. And then we have within the year. So this is within the year. Look how much price can vary within the year. 2442, 2080. So that's a lot of price variation. Let me tell you why the US economy is cooked. So this is, you know, the 19... Look at how stable shit was back then. In the late 90s, right, basically. Shit was so stable, consolidating. And then gold started gaining power over the US dollar. Bad shit started happening. And then we tried fixing shit. Didn't work in 2014, right? Shit didn't work. Gold's climbing. And right now, we are at the highest point gold has ever been. Gold against the US dollar, remember. Which means the US dollar is the weakest it's ever been. So that's, you know, something to keep in mind. The US economy is gonna go bye-bye. So that's just something to keep in mind. So that's within the 12-month market. Now within the month market itself, like, you know, look at the past. Like this is 2020, right? This is where Schmovid happened around here. You can see the US November 19. I remember being in school and being kicked out of school because, oh, COVID's everywhere. But yeah, this just happened because of COVID, and then this is quarantine probably. And then here we are climbing up again. Gold is at an all-time high. It's never been this high, ever. Ever. So basically, we're at the worst point in the US economy ever. The Iranian president just went, you know, he just took a permanent nap. Was it really a permanent nap that just happened to him by coincidence, or was it something else? I'm not gonna talk about this on the channel, bro. You know, fucking don't shadow ban me even further, get banned off YouTube, go to Rumble, whatever. Right? So these were just the basics of forex trading. I have a lot of notes that I'm taking from the boot camp, which is the TJR boot camp that I'm learning from. A lot of notes, right? So basically I learned. So I just refreshed my mind. Remember, I used to kind of dabble on this. It was basically gambling, I swear to God. Like, I was making money, losing money. I lost $11,000 in a day. I made like 3K in it. It's just all over the place, right? So I wasn't really profitable, to be honest, I won't lie. You know, I've just deleted all the knowledge and restarted it. I learned about trend trading, like uptrends. So let's give you a good example. Uptrends. We learned about right now. The gold is just flying up because US economy is cooked. Let's try and find a downtrend. Downtrend. Bro, we literally can't even find a downtrend on the 4-hour market. So let's just look for a downtrend on the 30-minute market then. Bro, what is up? Is gold really, like, is the US economy that cooked? Gold is gaining so much power over. Oh, okay. We may have found one. Yep, there we are. Okay, we're in a downtrend. So this just basically means we're trending towards going down. So we learned about downtrends, uptrends, learned about liquidity. But I'm just telling you what I learned. Break of structure, right? We just broke the structure of the downtrend right about somewhere around here. Like here, we just kind of reversed it, and then we broke the structure, and then over here we broke the structure again, which was kind of an uptrend. We broke it down. There's a structure break here as well. It's like there's a lot of breaks of structures, right? We learned about liquidity, how to take a loss. Learned a bunch of things. We learned about fair value gaps, like right over here. It's barely any liquidity. This is just advanced stuff. But let me know how you enjoyed this one. I don't want to go too deep within this market or within this video because I already taught you a lot. So just let me know, bro. Please give me a lot of feedback. Like a lot of feedback. Fucking comment, like, whatever, share bullshit. Just let me know. I want to understand how you feel about this, what your thoughts are, how you enjoyed it, everything. Give me everything because this is totally new. And like I've just been doing self-improvement content before. Now mixing and trading, which is like a big thing, right? It's a big thing to be adding to the system, to the algorithm, whatever. Just let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode, or I'll see you tomorrow because I upload every day. I'm not a bitch. I upload every day. It's 5:44 a.m. 5:44 a.m. Most fuckers are still asleep, and I'm over here making this video for you. Pick your poison, my friend. Who do you want to listen to? Oh, let me wake up at 3 p.m. or the guy who wakes up at 5 a.m. to teach you and to help you out and to help himself and to help the world and to get into the highest echelons of life and bring you along with him. Wish not for a lighter load, but for a stronger back.